In the last episode of the series, we raked in a total profit of $364.74. The first computer we sold was of course a fish tank style PC case with an i7-9700F and a GTX 1660. The second build was another fish tank style case, except this time it had a Ryzen 5 3600 and an RTX 2060. I definitely got more profit on that first sale, but hey, profit is profit, and I'm not complaining because now we can add more money towards the down payment for the house. If you're new here, this whole series consists of me flipping computers and saving up the profits to put towards a down payment on a house. The goal is to save up 15 grand, and after last episode, we're sitting right at that $2,500 mark. Today's episode of course consists of more PC flipping, but this time we sell 2 budget Dell optiplex computers, and we even sneak in a few good deals in this episode, including a sub $40 GTX 1070. This video is sponsored by Super CDK. If you've built a gaming PC before, you've probably seen that watermark that's telling you to activate Windows. Or if you flip computers for profit, then you need to activate those builds as well. Instead of overpaying for a retail key, visit Super CDK down below. They have Windows 10 keys for as low as $17 and Windows 11 keys for as low as $22 when you apply the discount code SPLA. Whatever Windows version you end up going with, the discount code will save you at least $5. Once you get the key, activating it is super easy. You just copy and paste it into your window activation settings, click activate, and bam, you got rid of that watermark. Thank you Super CDK, and be sure to check out their links in the description. This fish tank style gaming PC sold over the weekend. It actually sold online on jawwood.gg, which is why I still have it. I just want to run a few more stress tests on it just to ensure stability before I actually pack it up and ship it out. Here is the computer. I finished stress testing it and I just got it packaged all up. Now I did record me packing it up, and that's mainly for my safety, just in case the buyer wants to try to pull anything like saying, hey, the package was empty or the computer wasn't in the box. Nice try, buddy. It's in the box. Anyways, for packing, I just used the original box that came with the PC, but I did use Instapack inside of the computer to protect the graphics card in shipping. Then I also wrapped the computer in bubble wrap before putting it in the box, and then before taping it up, I included the power cord and also a handwritten note. I just said thanks for the purchase, and they can message me with any questions. I also said feel free to leave a review. I find this has been getting me a lot of reviews and is helping to grow my trust on Java. If you didn't watch the last episode in the series, this is actually where I built this gaming computer, and it cost me a total of $356.73, but that's with plus $10 for the cost of the shipping materials. For the main performance parts, it's rocking a Ryzen 5 2600, so 6-core 12-threaded processor, and the graphics card is an 8GB GTX 1070. The model I'm using is from Zotac. For the rest of the parts, we have a B450 motherboard, 16GB of DDR4, 512GB M.2 SSD, 600W 80+ bronze power supply, cable extensions, and of course, this fish tank style case from DIY PC, which came pre-installed with 3 ARGB fans. Now, as I said, it sold on Java, but I also listed it on Facebook Marketplace. The ad got a good amount of traction, got 387 views and 13 saves, and I also got a good amount of messages, but as you can guess, most of them were literally just trade requests. Then of course, some lowball offers like 400 bucks. I find it funny when someone lowballs me and then you reply and say, hey, I can build a computer for the amount they lowballed you for. And they basically just say, yeah, I want more performance, but I want to spend less money. It's like, I swear, some people just don't get it. Well, I just dropped the computer off at my P.O. box, and one of the last times I sold a computer, somehow the labels got like mismatched, and it ended up at a completely wrong house. Anyways, like I said, I built it for around $356, listed it for $560. Jawwood takes about 10% in fees with the shipping insurance and their platform fee. All said and done, that gives us a profit around $145. Definitely not a bad profit, and not a bad way to start this episode. So I have these 2 Dell optiplexes right here. Now, they're essentially the same exact computer. They both have i7-6700, 16GB of RAM, and 1050 Ti's. The only difference, one has a 500GB hard drive and the other has a 1TB hard drive. Plus another small difference, this one right here has a Type-C USB port and an SD card reader. At first, I decided to only list these on Java, but a couple days ago, I decided to list them on my Facebook Marketplace. And today I got a message and we should be selling one of them. The buyer specifically requested the 1TB version, so this is it right here. Let's go, it still works. Okay, I'm gonna get a video for the buyer to show him proof that it actually works, and then we should be meeting up with him in about 30 minutes. All right, I'm at the meeting spot. Well guys, sell is done. I'm sorry, I don't know why the recording just randomly stopped. Stepped out of my car and it stopped recording. Yeah, I don't know why. I just made it home. Okay, let's talk about the profits because I know you're interested in that. So we got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60. So on Jawa, I listed him for 300, which is a little higher than I actually wanted to sell it, but Jawa takes fees. So on my Facebook Marketplace, I listed it for 250. This guy wanted the 1 terabyte, and I told him $260 for that one. All said and done, we got a total profit of $205.69. You may be asking yourself, bro, how did you get $200 profit on an optiplex? Well, a while ago, I made a video on that exact optiplex, and that video definitely more than paid for itself. So yeah, I'm kind of using my YouTube channel to an advantage. It paid for itself, so I counted the optiplex as free. That flip was just to kind of clear out my inventory, but I won't complain about that money, baby. I'm selling another computer. It's that second Dell optiplex. I think I listed these like 2 days ago and they already sold, which is pretty sick. I'm just getting a video for the buyer. I have to hurry because they're literally outside right now, but they wanted to come in and see it working, but you know, I don't let people come in. So I'm just making them a little video really quick. I guess I'll show you how I do it. I go through the specs on Task Manager, then I go down here and I show the time and date. All right, I'll be back. Well, the night's pretty much over. I was in the middle of cooking dinner while I sold that computer, but profit is secured. Now, it's not nearly as much as that first optiplex build I sold, because unlike that one, this one was not free. I had to pay full price on eBay. But either way, profit is profit, and I'm just happy that I was able to sell a computer and provide for someone that wanted a computer. So selling a computer is always good. It makes the day nice, but today honestly was not a good day. I actually got scammed on my Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to share too much about it because I honestly made a whole video about it because it pissed me off a lot. But after that bad experience, honestly, the day turned around. I sold this computer, but earlier in the day after I got scammed, I scored a really good deal on eBay, a GTX 1070 for like $45 with shipping, and I consider those like a good deal at $80. So getting it for 40 bucks, really good deal, especially for eBay. And I lined up some more good deals for tomorrow off of my Facebook Marketplace. Hopefully we end the streak of getting scammed. I'm in the whip right now. I'm on my way to go get one of those deals that I lined up last night. This one is $175, and I'm not getting just a single component. In my opinion, this deal is pretty juicy. Okay, deal secured. It's all just in this motherboard box, but turns out they actually have more stuff, just a little power supply, and they're only like 3 minutes away from this meeting spot. So I'm just waiting for them, and then I'm getting a power supply from them as well. PSU secured. So in total with the power supply, I spent $195. Got a 430 watt EVGA power supply, RX 6600, i5 8400, 16 gigabyte kit of RAM, DDR4, clocked at 3000 megahertz. And this is DDR4 as well, 16 gigabytes. Pretty solid freaking deal. I'll have the price breakdown up on screen right now. Before going to get that last deal, I came home really quick because I'm really eager to see if this first deal even works. I'm getting a little test bench set up. I'm using a free B365 motherboard that I've had in my closet for a while, and this is probably just the board I'll use when I flip this computer. Okay, moment of truth. Hey, let's go, it works. But we still have one more 16 gigabyte kit of RAM to test. Well, this one works sort of. It only booted with one stick. It didn't want to work with two, and I think this is the dead one here. I kept swapping them out and try to find one that would work. And this one works, but this one doesn't. Sorry, the seller was a really nice person, so I bet I can probably get a little refund. I just got 20 bucks refunded from that first deal, so I'll have the updated prices on the screen right now. And I'm actually on my way to get that last deal. This one, in my opinion, it is better than the first deal, but unfortunately, it is kind of a little bit further away. Alrighty, I just made it home. Got the deal right here. It's a $40 Ryzen 5 3600X. That drive felt super long. Let's go ahead and test this thing out. Out with the i5 8400 test bench and then with an AM4 motherboard. Let's go, baby, it works. I know I said earlier this was my last deal, but I kind of lied and I didn't mean to. If you remember in the previous episode, someone named Hunter Smith, they donated a GTX 1660 Super. Well, I guess they saw the video I made where I got scammed. They felt bad. He actually reached out to me again today, and he had an ATX case, and he said, hey man, if you want it, I'll donate it again and it's yours. So yeah, I happily took that off his hands. It's a nice Musatex ATX case with like 5 or 6 RGB fans. I've gotten some pretty decent deals in the past couple days despite getting scammed, and we can build some pretty affordable computers with really nice profit margins. But I'm actually leaving tomorrow at 6 a.m, driving 10 hours to surprise my mom for Mother's Day, so I just simply can't build any right now. I still have to pack. Before I go, I want to thank the donators since the last episode. For those of you that don't know, I have a donation link down below. It goes towards the goal of this series. Anyone that donates gets a thank you in the next episode, and then you'll also get your name displayed on a wall once I eventually get a house. Starting us off, we got Jackson Jafra. He said, "You're a true Sigma. I'm sorry about the brain rot, Riz." Honestly, dude, I don't even know what to say to you. You kind of got me moist right now. Nah, just playing. Thanks for the support though. Up next, we got Alexander Brown. They said, "Do you recommend selling ultra budget builds like optiplexes with 1060s or make nicer builds with RGB?" But yeah, man, as you see in this episode, I sold 2 optiplex builds and made good amount of profit. Yeah, one was free. The other one was only 60 bucks in profit. But if you try to find a local deal on optiplexes, it's definitely worth it. Last donation is from Dylan Chapman. He said, "Hey man, I just want to say I love your vids and you actually inspired me to start flipping PCs. I just flipped my first PC and now I have around $1,000. I don't know if I should buy 2 little budget builds for around $400 each or one expensive PC for $1K. Personally, me, I love that budget range. Right around $400, you can list it at like $600, make a good amount of profit. So that's what I would do." That is it for this episode. We made a good amount of profit, got some pretty good deals, but unfortunately, I do have to drive to Cali, but I am excited about it. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the next episode. If you want to watch the previous episode, click here, or if you want to watch season 1, then click here.